Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video guys to any of you having a Kia vehicle. If you guys have a Kia and you need to remove or replace front steering knuckle assembly, also known as wheel hub bearing assembly, stay with us, we will explain how to do that. You will need to replace that every time it's bent, or you need to put new wheel bearing. You will need to remove it to actually be able to replace the wheel bearing. So we're going to talk about that as we go. Even though we're demonstrating on Kia Optima, the video could be helpful on multiple Kia models, and some of those could be, guys, it could be helpful on Kia Optima, Forte, Sportage, Sorento, Kia Soul, and Kia Rio as well. So let's go ahead and explain how to easily remove wheel hub bearing assembly on Kia vehicle today. So let us guys tell us a little bit about us. Every single car we get at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We try to take them completely apart and show you how to fix pretty much anything. Why we do that? Simply because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, guys, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Something else, if you need to buy parts, tools for your Kia vehicle, we'll share the links in the description of the video below where we get all our tools and parts from. Check it out, parts for really good price and quick shipping as well. In addition, guys, if you want to save even more money and learn how to fix your car for free, check out our main channel, Auto Repair, guys. You can find so much helpful information that can save you thousands of dollars on future car repairs, guys. We have helped more than 100 million people on this channel. So let's start on it now. So we'll demonstrate on the front left side. Front right is about the same. You need to jack the vehicle up, put it in the air, remove the wheel. Get penetrating spray. We'll put the link in the description of the video below where you can get some from. Spray the rotor here. These bolts, we already sprayed ours multiple times. Pre-soak them. These bolts here, if they have rust for the suspension, pre-soak them as well. Now, also, we're going to go ahead, okay, and spray the lower ball joint, because okay, that right there, you have quite a bit of rust. We pre-soaked ours already multiple times, so it should be ready to go. So ours probably will go a little bit easier than yours because we soaked it, guys, quite a bit, and that penetrating spray makes your life so much easier. Let's explain what you need to do. We'll need to remove the wheel hub assembly. So the CV axle will need to come out of it. You need to straighten the safety pin and pull it out. Now, that pin is recommended to be replaced every single time you guys remove that thing, okay? Every single time you remove it, you need to replace it because, okay, otherwise it can break and you don't want that nut to get loose. Okay, so we'll go ahead, pull it out. That nut now, we're going to pre-loosen it. Okay, we got a big socket that fits. Ours is, we're using the standard size, 1 inch and 1/4. One person is inside holding the brakes. Let's hold the brakes. Now I'm going to kick it with my foot. If it doesn't want to come off with the foot, you need to, guys, actually get a pry bar, like a cheater bar. Okay, and it came loose. Once it comes loose, okay, those things most of the times can go easily by hand, so you don't need to even worry about that. So let's see if we can do that in less than 10 minutes. What do you think, guys? Is it possible? Probably. Now, once you guys remove here, you can spray penetrating oil, okay, if you have rust here, to break it loose and make sure the CV axle will come out. Now the disc rotor will need to come out. You have 2 Phillips screws that you need to remove in most cases. If you just try them with a regular screwdriver, you will round them and it will not work. Get a bit screwdriver with a socket and hammer it, guys, metal in metal, so we can crack that rust and they can come loose. Otherwise, if you round those things, it's quite of a headache actually trying to remove them. We'll have a video how to do that if it happens, but you don't want that to happen, okay? So let's do the bottom one again. Hammer it. Perfect. Now let's go ahead, okay, remove that one too. Amazing. Next, guys, what do we need to do? We're going to, let's pre-loosen these two nuts. Okay, let's pre-loosen them for the strut. They'll need to come out. We're going to pre-loosen ours. We don't have to actually remove them, just pre-loosen them to make sure that they'll go easy after that. So 24 in our case, millimeter socket. Yours may be different. Okay, one on top. Okay, perfect. This one came out as well. Now let's explain. Okay, here we have we have an ABS wheel speed sensor. We pre-soaked it with penetrating oil. We're going to remove it so we don't break it in the way. So you need to pull it out, because otherwise you cannot remove the hub. Okay, let's see. We're going to turn it a little bit this way and then try to pry it. Okay, and it comes out. Great. This is the ABS wheel speed sensor, also known as wheel speed sensor. We will turn to the right. The moment we turn to the right, we need to remove the brake caliper now, guys. Why? Because it's on the steering knuckle, also known as the wheel hub assembly. In our case, it's 14mm socket, okay, 14mm size and 17 on the inside. We have two bolts, guide bolts, one on top, one on bottom. This one here, and the one on the bottom, you have one just like that one. We'll go ahead, remove those. Probably will be time to put new brake pads if you're doing all that work, and new roller assembly as well. So that's what we're working on now. This one is still not going by hand. Perfect. Now we have a wire made already for the strut, so when we remove that brake caliper we can hang it on the strut, because if you just let it hang on the brake line you can damage your brake line, and you don't want that to happen, guys, because later you can damage it. Perfect. Now the pads need to come out. Great. Now we need to remove that brake caliper bracket. It attaches to the wheel hub with two bolts, in our case 17mm. So let's go ahead, and see if we can do that. They might be really tight, so we need to see how tight yours are. Okay, we have the torque specs for Kia Optima. Some models may differ, so you need to always check for your vehicle when you get them tight. These two bolts and the ones that we removed, if you want to see the torque specs on Kia Optima, we have them. Perfect. We're getting them loose. That bracket will come out soon. Alright, great. Now we have one right there on top. It's coming off, almost out. Okay, pretty long bolt. Perfect, it's out, guys. Now the roller came loose. If it doesn't, you can use a rubber hammer, not a metal one, a rubber one, and knock on it from the back side, the front, back and forth until it breaks loose. But that penetrating oil, it's amazing. You can check it out. Clean here with a little bit of a sandpaper to make sure that it will be seated correctly. And now, next one, outer tie rod. You have a safety pin that you need to pull out here, as you can see. So you can use pliers, or well, the pliers will be better, and pull it out. You need to get that nut loose. Let's do that. 14mm is that nut. We're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and once you remove that nut, we recommend spray penetrating oil right here, guys. Between the two. You need to soak it really good. I would recommend to even soak it 10-15 minutes, spread multiple times. And later, now we need to tap on the hub itself here, not on the ball joint, because you will damage it, on the hub to crack and break loose. Not to crack, but just to release it. If it cracks, you need to replace it. So, and it's out. You can see penetrating oil did its magic. Now, we're underneath, guys. Let me just show you what we will be doing here. We have here now, I will, probably it's better if I go underneath. Give me a second. We need to remove that safety pin there now. Perfect. Straight on that one, replace it with a new one later. That thing, we pre-soaked it multiple times already because here you have the hardest time removing it probably. So that nut got loose. If the bolt starts spinning, you need to hold it on the back side with a wrench so you can remove it. Otherwise, you will not be able to remove it, guys. Let's do that now. Alright, now you can tap on it or soak it more if it doesn't want to come out. You can see all that rust is on that bolt. Next we're going to get a pry bar, push that control arms just a little bit of pressure down not to come up in the bushings and start hammering it down. Let us show you all the rust that is inside. Okay, you need to clean all that when you install it. So I'm coming out now. Okay, we need to show you what we're going to do. 2 bolts for the strut that we pre-loosened. We'll go ahead and remove them. So let's do that. Perfect. Now it's important, since you already released the ball joint, okay, not to pull on the CV axle from the inside because it can come out of the transmission side or the CV joint can fall apart, so don't do that. We'll go ahead, okay, and push it a little bit in with the rammer hammer, okay, so that way we don't have any tension on the CV joint. One bolt is out. We can put a screwdriver to hold it there and we can release the second bolt now. Okay, now we can grab that screwdriver. I will hold the CV axle on the inside. One person can pull the wheel hub bearing assembly. Your wheel bearing is located right here. Okay, you can see inside. We'll have a special video how we can actually change the wheel bearing without a press, and you can do it yourself. So I'll try to put the link in the description of the video below. But that's how you guys remove the whole assembly. So hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.